Okay, welcome back to the Jamie Ross Show. I am joined today by Marcy Thompson and Jenny Hall Turner. Turner Hall.
Yeah, all the above. Yeah. It's where you get your student IDs taken in college, basically.
Oh, Turner Hall. That's
you
right.
don't.
That's
it sounds
easy
like
to
it, right?
remember. Yeah, totally. And they are you the founding members of Studio B?
We are.
And they have a show coming up on March 24th called the Speakeasy series.
Correct.
Now, how did Studio B start, and what was the idea behind it?
Well, Jenny and I, Jenny does a very interesting writing group in her basement, which you might want to.
Yeah, we call it the Gonk, which is short for the Algonquin Circle, which we are not, but we aspire to be, and so we call ourselves the Gonk. And I just wanted to get together a group of artists and have a salon, and that didn't happen. It was just writers that showed up.
Okay.
So it's basically a writer's circle. But anyhow, Marcy came and we hit it off, and we sort of mutually wanted to explore this idea of a salon.
So, and because we were both moved here basically at the same time from the city, from the same neighborhood, as it turns out.
Almost the same block.
Which whereabouts?
We moved here from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And we moved about 5 years ago. And when we got here, we were really excited to live in Maplewood, but we wondered where all the stuff was that we wanted to do. So we had this great writing group and we loved it. But then we thought, you know what, maybe we should take this idea and try to turn it into some performance-based kind of thing. And we both come from theater backgrounds and we're both writers. And so we've sort of spent a lot of time exploring what to do with writers, especially local writers. And then our first Studio B show was a performance of local writers who were talking about life in suburbia, and it was called Carpools and Cannibals.
Well, it was originally called Carpools and Chardonnay, but we thought we didn't want to promote drunk driving per se.
So we were okay with Cannibals,
Right.
so we went with that.
Okay.
And basically we created this Studio B, and what it has turned out to be over the last couple of years is a place for local artists to come and do their work. We produce events that help showcase their talents, and basically we love living in Maplewood and everyone loves living in Maplewood because there's a lot of artists here, but it seemed like there were always these fundraisers. And at every fundraiser, there was some great, amazing talent here who would come out and perform at the fundraiser. But that was kind of it. That was the extent of what you'd see, except for some of the great bands and stuff that play regularly.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, we thought, you know what? There's so many other great artists here who aren't performing at fundraisers and who aren't on Broadway. And we love those artists as well. But they were, we wanted to do something a little different.
Sure.
And different is what we have done.
It is very different. I think the shows you've produced, I mean, one thing is the Story Slam. That's part of Studio B. So is there a lot of slammers in our neighborhoods?
A lot of slammers.
Yes.
Yes. Maplewood is busy with slammers.
Wow.
They're slamming left and right
And-
after hours.
And for people who are not familiar with that, how would you describe the slam genre?
Well, it's, some New Yorkers are familiar with the Moth, which is a storytelling series, and certainly we both admire the Moth, and some of the people who actually have performed for the Moth before live out here in Maplewood. But we want to do something a little bit different, but that was definitely an inspiration. We wanted storytellers of all stripes to come on up, and we didn't want to limit the Moth. You can't have any written material. It all has to be extemporaneous.
At the Moth.
Really?
At the Moth,
Yeah, there's some rules.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, people write beforehand.
Well,
and memorize it.
They memorize it, and it's also written around a theme. So each evening of the Moth is around a theme, like anxiety or friendship or patriotism, whatever. And so we have no rules at our slam, except that you can only read for 5 minutes.
And we have a band play you off at the 5-minute mark somewhat aggressively in case you're not getting the hint to get off stage. Which is great. It adds to the tension of the evening.
Yeah.
I think the audience really enjoys when the band gets to play them off.
Mm-hmm. And 5 minutes is a great, I mean, I can sit through 5 minutes of basically anything. So
true.
And a 5 minute, really great 5 minute story is amazing because that short format, the people who really get that right, it's incredible and fun and very impactful.
Yeah.
And also we're getting to be such a ADD society that the 5 minutes is
that's all
right.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I was listening on the radio and they on NPR, I forget which program, but they have short stories now where they give you the first sentence and then you have a maximum of 600 words to write a story. And it's just, it's kind of
it's pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do like a 40 character
a haiku slam.
Yeah. Or maybe get 10 people in each tweet. Have one tweet the whole...
And create one large story.
Yeah.
Ah, isn't there like a...
Well, that's probably being done.
There's someone's doing it. Who isn't doing that?
That's so San Francisco.
We have, at our slam, we have 3 literary agents who are their judges. So it's for real. I mean, they deliberate really seriously. Wow. And
there's a lot of contentious debate going on about who the winner's going to be, because we basically don't do any runners up. There's only one winner.
Wow.
And it's exciting. And each time we've done one, we've done 4 now, and we will do them. Our plan is to do them about 4 times a year.
Yeah,
that's
rough.
Plan.
Right. Yeah, we don't. Okay. We sort of fly by the seat of our pants.
Every so often,
Studio
we have
that's the best way to do it. Whenever you have time, whenever you see a free moment.
A lull.
Yeah, that's good.
And we've had more and more people come, and we really love hearing stories, and it's fun. It's fun for us.
We do other types of events too. We also the movies in the park. That's also Studio B.
Okay.
We also have that's co-sponsored by the town and also HK Community Fund, which we're actually a project of the HK Community Fund.
Right.
Which supports various local causes and basically is there to promote community. And we're sort of the arts and cultural wing of that entity.
And so we sort of share that mission of bringing community together.
Right. The arts. And this, I mean, you always seem to have something, I mean, this is speakeasy. You also had music with silent film, right? Didn't you have?
Oh, we did our post-mortem.
Yeah.
So
inspired by Frankenstein.
Yes. So you kind of have a fallback, these old type of genre type things.
That's true. We are very drawn to weird old things.
Okay. All right. So
weird things in general.
You got that right. Okay. Because this is the Speakeasy series.
Yes.
So how did you get that idea and what?
Wow. Moonshining runs in my family.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I like to put that on the air.
For who?
Are they on a series at the current moment called Moonshiner?
Hillbillies.
I don't know. I haven't been in touch, but if you see a lot of toothless people, they're probably somehow related to me somewhere, just in cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, but it seriously does. One of my my grandfather's first cousin, this guy named Curtis Turner, was one of the founders of NASCAR, and it all came from moonshining. He was like their star driver after moonshining.
He was
Don't
not
quote me.
So what we love about this series, so this is the first in a series, and again we'll probably do this 3 times over the next year.
Okay.
Is that it's a vaudeville format. So in the same way that the Story Slam was like every 5 minutes you get a new story, in a vaudeville format, every 10 or 15 minutes you get a new act. So again, if you don't like the act, just kind of have a drink. Hang around.
Yeah.
Then
let your mind wander.
Yeah.
Kind of like a talent show stuff.
Right.
Sort of
yeah. But it kind of all falls within a theme, and we love the idea that there's this format out there that people are familiar with. It's the basis of variety television. It's a really enjoyable thing for us to just go around and find different acts and different people who have short performances that they want to do, but maybe not a whole show. So it's hard to go around. It's hard to pick up performers here and say, I could never ask someone, can you do a 90-minute show? Just do you have something ready
and guarantee them an audience?
Yeah. But they can do a short piece.
Yeah.
And that's what. And actually, I think it's really fun. So we're creating a speakeasy. So we're just kind of mashing together 2 things: the vaudeville and the speakeasy, and we're hoping it works.
Yeah.
But basically, it's we're taking an old room in the women's club and we're turning it into a speakeasy.
Yeah.
It's the upstairs.
The upstairs on the second floor, which some people know as the Weight Watchers room. Yeah. And basically, we're gonna do some crazy stuff with that room,
modifying it slightly.
Okay.
To be very prohibition-esque.
Now, I also know that you mentioned that there's going to be a Maplewood Online spoof. And I don't see how that's even possible.
You don't see any spoof
because there's no characters. There's nothing.
I know.
There's no material.
Everything
there.
is above
board. There's no satire at all. No, there's not.
No room for parody there.
Not at all. It's totally straight up. It's actually just brought straight out of a thread. A good friend of ours and a good Studio B.
Kind of one of our almost
devotees.
Resident artists.
Yes, he is a resident artist, Rich Malouf.
We've just anointed him just at this very moment.
He has written this hilarious spoof on Maplewood Online, which has to do with raccoons on someone's back porch. You may have heard of one or two characters talking about this.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is funny and lovingly funny. Would you say lovingly or blisteringly, horribly nasty?
It's no. People are warmly made fun of.
All right.
Warmly and openly. But it's funny. It is funny.
Well, I hope you take it easy on the moderators.
Oh, yes, we will. Yeah, Jamie's
Never mind.
No, you're the, yes.
It's very funny.
You're played by George Clooney in our sketch, actually.
I would have said Brad Pitt, but George is okay.
He was unavailable.
He has too many children.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, that again is March 24th. Studio B, the Women's Club, upstairs, and I think that about wraps it up for us here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being on the show, and
we love it.
This is a new studio. I hope to shoot more stuff coming up, and you can see
it's fantastic.
New background or new chairs.
I recommend it.
The craft service is top notch.
Yeah, the green room.
Try the fried egg sandwich.
The green room is
fantastic.
Hair and makeup.
Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you very shortly. Brad Parks is coming back. End of the week.
Thank you.
It's Jamie. Come on in and take a seat for a while with me. Yeah, Jamie. We could just form a time to take for a while. You know it doesn't really matter for your life for a while, 'cause you can try to find a name to decide. Every little thing is gonna find more. Stay a while, stay a while with Jamie. Oh yeah, with Jamie. Oh yeah, with Jamie. Ooh, with Jamie. Oh yeah, with Jamie.